Good morning. I'm going to ask you a question, especially if you're watching this in the morning. Do you ever feel like you're stuck on repeat? Like you're just going through the motions each day? You have a routine. There's a reason why you have this routine. It's worked. It's been efficient. It's been effective. And now you just keep going through the motions each day, trying to get through the day, to get to the evening, and then to be so exhausted, and then you just fall asleep in the same type of energy that you were in during the day, basically to wake up and do the whole thing over again, always with the intention of, I'm craving change, I'm bored, I'm unfulfilled. And then maybe you feel guilty about feeling unfulfilled because outwardly it looks like you have all of the things that one would want to make them happy, yet you're feeling a sense of alone or lack. And that's only because you're stuck in autopilot living. I'm here to tell you that that is all a lot of this is. We are so stuck on autopilot, we are no longer living life. And I truly believe that we all have the same life purpose. We may have different paths. We may have different, our soul coding is different. I'm a healer and a teacher as my archetypes. Maybe someone else is an educator and a protector, or an entertainer, a caregiver. Whatever it may be, the purpose of living our lives, why our soul chose to come here, is to live. The purpose of life is to live. And that goes for all of us. And when we are not living in the moment, that's conscious awareness living, we're not living. We are feeling unfulfilled or bored, sad, depressed, alone, because we're not living our purpose. That's why autopilot living is so detrimental. We're not living our purpose. Remember back when you were a little kid, the days seemed so long and things were so exciting or dramatic, sad, happy, adventurous. And it's because we were living in the moment. We hadn't established a firm autopilot system for our day yet, or belief system. We were truly living. We were purposefully living. My name is Christy Bergonzi, and I am a Reiki Master Energy Healer and teacher. And I'm also a certified life coach. And I'm here as your guide in this 5-day energy healer awakening, because we're all natural healers. We were born healers. Our bodies know how to heal itself, and we can be guided by the energy of the universe. We are made up of energy. I'm here to help and support you. I am live in the comments right now, even though this is pre-recorded. Say hi to me. Put where you're at on your journey. Put it in the comments. Let us support each other. We want to hear your story and where you are, where you want to go, so that someone else can say, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. Me too. And this is what's going on with me. Let's create some buzz in our community. So let's talk about autopilot living. It's when you go through every day with your routine, your habits, and it begins to look the same every day. We don't even realize that living in autopilot is harmful, and it's harmful for the reasons why I said before. It's probably one of the most harmful things, aside from negative thinking towards ourselves, which is lack of love and value for ourselves, is to live in autopilot, because we are not living. We are literally wasting our time. We chose, as our soul, spiritual beings, to have a human experience. And we have, with our free will, given that up and choosing to glide right through. We want to get through that day to get to tonight, to enjoy and relax. But then we're at tonight and enjoying and relaxing, but we're so exhausted. And then we just want to go to sleep so that it's over and done. And then we wake up in the same type of energy that we went to bed with. Does this sound familiar? Put in the comments. You relate to this? So, one thing in energy healing, specifically for Reiki, Usui Reiki, which is the foundation of our energy healer membership. If you want information on that, it's a low cost way to have a year's worth of energy healing coaching and certification for energy healing Reiki level 1. Talk to me, DM me about that. But in Reiki, there are 5 principles. And every single day, a Reiki practitioner, a Reiki master, recommits to these 5 principles. I'm not going to go into detail about what those principles are, but the idea of having principles and values and intention in your life to start your day is so important. So what are principles? Principles are your personal guidelines, and they provide a sense of direction and purpose for your day. They're your values that you choose to live by that day. And usually if we don't recommit to them in the morning, we forget and we become reactionary to life, and we feel like life is happening to us instead of us creating it with the universe and the flow. It also, your values and your principles, by committing to them in the morning, it leads your conscious awareness. That's conscious living. That's purposeful living. That's living in your purpose. You might not be in the job that you want right now, that you think is my life purpose job. But as long as you're being aware and listening to these words right now, you're living your purpose. The rest of it is just our journey, the experience. Right? Does that make sense? And we're all drawn to something different. So your path to your life living purpose, remember purpose, your life purpose is actually just living it. You get to go enjoy you and be you, your authentic you, your soul self you. And a lot of us forgot who that is. Maybe we never even knew, because we've developed this person that we want to portray ourselves to be, and we've kind of convinced ourselves that too, or we halfway have, and we feel like a liar every day. Do you change your personality type a little bit when you go out into the world? Most of us do. It's common. It's common. But let's start finding ourselves and reconnecting back into who we are on our authentic level. And that actually starts with our morning routine. So I want you to think about, I'm going to show you 5 steps to create a whole new routine to get you out of autopilot. Please start today, tomorrow morning or this morning. Ideally, if you're watching this in the morning, start now. And the first thing, on a side note, is to throw in something different. If you normally go to work one way, go a different way. That is automatically going to boost you into conscious awareness. That's going to be in live time, purposeful living, opposed to autopilot. So pick a few things each day to change. And then if it's this morning, start this now with us. Or if it's in the evening that you're watching this, tomorrow morning. But promise and commit to yourself. The first step in our 5-step process is to meditate for 2 minutes. And I know some of you are like, I don't want to meditate. But I promise you that is the first and easiest way to start connecting back in with your authentic soul self, because we are getting rid of everything else. We're not judging, and we're just sitting with ourselves. And most of us are uncomfortable doing that. So we start with 1 to 2 minutes. I highly suggest 2. The easiest way to start, I know we did the breathing and the feeling yesterday. Choose one sense, one of your 5 senses. Close your eyes. And so let's pick hearing. So we close our eyes, and for 2 minutes, without judgment, we just listen. Hear what we hear. Take it in with no judgment. Okay? You promise? That's the first step. I promise. Pick a scent or sense. Okay? Try to avoid sight. Don't have your eyes open, because you get distracted. Everyone does. Okay? Feel. If you want to feel, close your eyes. Feel your fingertips for 2 straight minutes. Not only are you connecting back to mindfulness, but you're connecting into your authentic soul self without the noise of everyone else around you. Okay? Step 2, is the heart wellness check. So you come out of that 2-minute quiet meditation, and then you're going to place your hands on your heart, and you really are going to feel into how you're feeling. Taking a few deep breaths in, closing your eyes. And as you breathe in, you exhale out a little bit longer than the inhale. And you ask yourself out loud, what do I need today? And then with your eyes still closed, you wait and listen. You might know something. You might see something in your mind, like an imagination. You might hear a word. You might feel something. Listen to your heart chakra. She will guide you and tell you. This is also going to be coming up in our energy day. Tap into your chakras. Those are your power centers. Ask them what they need. Okay, so that's step 2. So step 1, meditate for 2 minutes. Just set your timer for 2 minutes and then listen to see what you hear. That's the easiest way to do it. Then move on to step 2, which is the heart wellness check. Connect in with your heart and ask her how she's doing and what she needs from you today. Okay. Step 3 is a tapping sequence. This is inspired by the Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT, which we will learn the full process at the end of the week. What it does is we're going to be tapping on certain meridian points. The meridians are the energy highways that affect our central nervous system that keeps us calm or revs us up for battle. And a lot of us live in autopilot and fight or flight. Those are our options. So we've gotten ourselves out of autopilot, right? Okay. So go back to those principles. Let's go back a second. What are 3 principles that you want to live by today? What are those 3 principles? Think about it. Could be something simple like be kind, be patient. I will not be angry. I will not overreact. I will be grateful. Think of 3 things. I will tell my husband I love him. Whatever it is, commit to yourself. I will drink 8 ounces of water 8 times today. Whatever it is, but it should really be a core value, a characteristic, a trait, a personality that you want to live by, your inner moral values. Okay. So now we've done number 1, meditate 2 minutes, just quiet. Number 2, heart wellness check. Number 3, we're going to be tapping in to those meridians, getting back to the emotional freedom technique. When you tap on certain locations in your body, go ahead and just start tapping with me. You send certain signals to your central nervous system through the meridians, through the energy highways. They take the message of relaxation and balance back to your central nervous system all throughout your body, and it sends out a wave of relaxation. Okay? Sends out a wave of relaxation. So in the mornings, we want to move our body, get our energy ready to make space for all of the good. So we're going to release all of the bad. Okay? So just do this with me. We're going to tap. We're going to just keep tapping for a little bit until you feel pretty satisfied. Okay? It's going to be about 1 minute. I would suggest 1 minute each go around. We're going to do it fast now because I do want you to sit with yourself, do the 5 steps all together on your own after this completes, or tomorrow morning whenever you watch this video. Okay, and now we're going to go down to the chin, just below the lips. We're just going to tap. We're going to breathe comfortably. And as we're doing this, we're going to set the intention. We're just going to imagine all of that yucky stuff, anything in our system that's heavy, just dripping off of us, okay? And then we're going to go down to our collarbone, each side, and we're just going to tap gently. Just imagining we're washing away, making space, out of our energy system. Anything heavy is naturally going to fall off because we're soothing our nervous system by tapping its pressure points. This is acupressure, okay? All right, so those are the 3 spots: under the eye, under the lips on your chin, and on the collarbone. Don't worry, all of this is going to be in your workbook, so you can open up the workbook and refer back to it. Okay, so now we've made space. We're going to reprogram our energetic system. So this 4th step is called the Principles Prayer Alignment, okay? This is a movement. So that's why I'm standing today. Okay, so we're going to start with our hands in prayer position. And we are going to move our hands down our spine, all the way down to the ground if you can. I'm not going to because I'll just go missing. But go all the way down to the ground, do it with me, and then scoop up, arms all the way around, scoop up. You're scooping up Mother Earth energy. You're bringing it to the top of you, and your hands go back down into prayer position. As you're here, you also, at the top, are going to collect divine, universal, life force energy. So we're here, we're going down our spine, all the way down to the ground, scooping up Mother Earth energy, collecting divine energy at the top. And as we come down, we're going to breathe out anything that no longer serves us or aligns to our principles. And then you're going to state your principle that you're going to live by today. Today, I will be patient. Next one, we're going to scoop all the way down, picking that Mother Earth energy up, combining it with the divine energy, coming back into prayer position as we realign it with our energy system, breathing out anything that doesn't align to my 2nd principle. Today, I will not react. Okay? Last, 3rd principle. Scooping all the way down through our energy system, down to Mother Earth's energy. We're going to scoop that beautiful Earth energy up, and we're going to collect divine, universal, life force energy back into our palms, into prayer position at our heart center, breathing out anything that doesn't align to your final principle of, I will be grateful of all of my gifts. Okay? That is setting the intention for today, living by your principles that you set. There is a bonus for if you hydrate today, eat healthy, we're creating a new routine. So what do you do when you want to feel good? You put healthy food in. Our body is made up mostly of water. So flush your body out of the toxins and rehydrate, plump. It helps your brain. It helps your sense of humor and charisma and energy. If we have one superpower, if there's a superpower in one thing that we have on this earth, it's water. So bonus if throughout the day you hydrate and eat healthy. And then this last step, the 5th step to the process of this new routine is probably the most important. And it piggybacks off of us really changing our lives into conscious living, which means now we're living purposefully, which means we're living and succeeding in living our purpose. Once we know that we're living our purpose by paying attention every day, then we get to figure out what we want to do to have fun and to learn lessons and to explore this world. The pressure's off. Your purpose isn't somewhere at some destination that you need direction to. It's here. And it's living. And then once you realize that, game changer, now you get to go enjoy. Life is meant to be enjoyable with some lessons along the way to learn so that we can grow. Okay, so this last step is at night. We want to reflect back on the day, okay? Self-reflection is the most important thing to changing behaviors, because if we don't realize we're doing something, we can't change it. And I promise you, people will judge you off of your actions, not your intentions. You might have a totally different idea of how you walk around and treat people, places, and things compared to reality. So we kind of need to give ourselves a little check. Okay. So this is a set of 3 questions. Again, all of this is in your workbook, so don't worry about writing anything down. The first question is, did I live in my principles today? Okay. Reflect on your actions, your reactions. And then the next question, and at the night, every single night, is what challenges did I face? What got in my way? That could be yourself getting in your own way. What blocked you, got in your way, or what challenge made you? Nothing can make you do anything. But what excuses does our human want to create on why we didn't honor our principles that day? And then the third, and if you did, wonderful. And especially, this is important too. I want to just add this in. If you were living in your principles, that's fantastic. Sometimes we live in our principles and we set aside our feelings. So I don't want that to happen. So under this section on question 2, also ask yourself, did I honor and value myself? Do I owe myself or anyone else an apology? An apology to yourself might be maybe you didn't stand up for yourself and you should have. Okay. So really reflect, what were the challenges of the day, and just be aware and make right what needs to be made right, if that is the case for the day, because it's a lot easier to find forgiveness in yourself or ask it from someone else than to do it down the road. I promise you. Rip the Band-Aid. And these could be little things. Maybe they're big, but let's just keep our side of the street clean. And then the third question is, how can I adjust better tomorrow? What are things that I realized didn't go well today, did go well, and how am I going to address that if it happens again tomorrow? Okay, so that's your new morning routine. Put down any questions. I'm here. I'm in the comments live right now as we speak. So today I want you your key takeaways are, it's so important to break free from autopilot living. That allows you to start living, and that is your life purpose. The second key takeaway is that your daily principles, which are the values you commit to living by each day, matter. And the third key takeaway is that reflection on your action is key to change. So I encourage you to try this out. Let us know how it's going. And remember that every day is an opportunity to break free from the old you and start to truly live in your purpose. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on day 3 of our Energy Healer Awakening 5-Day Challenge. If you have any questions, DM me.